As teachers, it is important to realize the differences between students. They may differ in race, gender, ethnicity, socioeconomic status, and a variety of other ways. These differences, however, must be looked at and understood for teachers to have the knowledge of their students and where they are coming from. A student's socioeconomic status can greatly impact a student's ability to learn. Whether it is a result of where the student has to go to school, how many chances a student has at taking the SAT, or if the student has the appropriate style of clothing to be accepted into his or her academic setting, socioeconomic status plays a great factor. Besides all of those stated, a student's socioeconomic status can also impact their access to good nutrition. Teachers need to be aware of the impact socioeconomic status can have on the nutrition a student has in regards to how it will affect their education. Typically, a student of greater socioeconomic status can afford to eat 3 square meals a day, comprised of foods that offer a lot nutritionally that benefits their cognitive and physical development. Students of lower socioeconomic status are more prone to eat less nutrient-beneficial foods while possibly eating only 1 square meal per day. While lower socioeconomic status children may eat fewer meals per day, it does not mean that they are necessarily underdeveloped. In most situations, lower socioeconomic status families rely on buying cheaper food that will be longer lasting. This typical place for finding this type of food would be at lower-end grocery stores and fast food restaurants. This food is typically cheap in both price and nutritional value. Lower socioeconomic status families rely on this food due to its cheaper pricing and due to the fact that it's more likely to last longer and provide more meals from a smaller quantity. This food is typically high in calories, cholesterol, sodium levels, and sugar, while normally lacking high values of vitamins, minerals, and good fats that are needed for optimal cognitive and physical development. Lower socioeconomic status families cannot afford the more pricey organic foods, which are proven to be more beneficial in development and overall healthier to consume. Instead, lower socioeconomic status families buy foods that have hormones and pesticides in them, which can stimulate or harm child development. As a result of eating this type of food, children are more likely to be overweight, which can have a negative effect on their academic experience because they may be socially unaccepted by their peers and therefore make school an unhappy environment to be in. Additionally, by eating lower quality food or less food in general, these students may not have the energy and concentration needed to perform well in school. By being either constantly hungry from lack of meals or to be overloaded with sugars and carbohydrates from unhealthy food, these children are typically not treated with this disadvantage in mind. Teachers would most likely assume the students are simply uninterested in school or lack a desire to learn and succeed. However, this facade may simply be a result of a hungry, undernourished student making do with what they have. To combat this preconceived notion, teachers should understand where their students are coming from in regards to what they eat at home and how much they are able to eat. In this video, we will present why there is a difference in socioeconomic status and nutritional value. In the attached lesson plan, we have outlined ways for teachers to teach about healthy eating and how to teach their students about the opportunities they have to eat healthy. Healthy eating is not something that should be limited to those who can afford it, but instead healthy eating should be made available to all students, especially those who want to achieve and do well in the classroom.
Fruits and vegetables and other healthy foods are more filling due to higher fiber contents and provide natural sugars. Also, they are known to reduce the risk of stroke, heart attacks, other heart diseases, and certain cancers. For example, blueberries are great natural antioxidants. Also, leafy green vegetables are good sources of iron, which allows maximum oxygen capacity within the body. Cookies and chips and other unhealthy foods have more empty calories, filling you for only a short period of time. In addition, they have high sugar, cholesterol levels, and polysaturated fats, which are too complex for the body to easily break down. As a result, they can increase the risk of diabetes, heart diseases, and obesity. Frozen and fresh foods are the most beneficial because the food is rawest form. They have minimal additives and are overall more beneficial for the consumer. Canned and boxed foods are more likely to have preservatives, hormones, and other such harmful additives to them. Preservatives will result in an increase in sugar levels as well as caloric and cholesterol intake. Therefore, the person is consuming considerably higher levels of sugar in addition to the natural sugars found in the food. Because this food can be stored in preservatives, it has a longer shelf life and is therefore more appealing for lower socioeconomic families as it will last longer. In addition, these products can be sold at cheaper prices because of the overall lower quality. Organic food is in its simplest form. It does not have additives in regards to pesticides and hormones. Fruits, vegetables, and other produce that lack pesticides are generally healthier and lack the toxins that are found in pesticides, which do not benefit the body. Milk and meats that are organically treated lack hormones that are used to increase production of the size of the animal. As a result, from eating non-organic foods, the consumer is at a greater chance of ingesting these hormones, which have been found to increase chances of obesity and to quicken physical development. Most people believe that fast food is much cheaper than homemade meals, but it's actually not true. A regular meal at McDonald's with a single cheeseburger, medium fry, and medium beverage costs $3.69, while a homemade meal of a single cheeseburger, a cup of broccoli, and a glass of milk costs only $1.95 per serving. The reason people think that fast food is cheaper is because it's not as much of a time commitment, it's much more convenient, and you don't need the skill of cooking because it's already made for you. But it's much smarter to do the homemade meal, not only because it's cheaper, but because the nutritional benefits are much, much better for you. This meal from McDonald's has about 300 calories in it, while a cheeseburger homemade has only 270 calories. The fries that I'm eating have 380 calories and 270 milligrams of sodium, while a cup of broccoli would only have 25 calories and only 5 milligrams of sodium. A medium Coke beverage has 58 grams of sugar, while a glass of milk only has 12 grams of sugar, plus includes 8 grams of protein.
So while a fast food meal is more convenient time-wise and it's not as much prep work and everything, there are some healthier options at a fast food restaurant compared to getting, a cheeseburger or something that's fried or anything. You can get something like a salad from just about any fast food place nowadays, and while the salad has only 220 calories compared to the cheeseburger's 300, it is a little higher in saturated fat, but a salad will keep you fuller longer, and it is an 11-ounce salad typically, so it's about 3 times the size of a cheeseburger, so it will keep you fuller longer and you won't have to buy as much food. Also, you can get apple slices or other kind of fruits, vegetables compared to French fries, which are a healthier option, and even with caramel dipping sauce, these apples only have 100 calories compared to the French fries 380 calories, so that's about 4 times difference. Also, the sodium content is much lower in the apples. It's only about 35 milligrams, so you're getting something that's kind of sweet but also fulfilling. And then finally, milk instead of soda is a great option as well. Milk, even at fast food places, is also really healthy. It's only 12 grams of sugar compared to a soda of 58 grams, and it has the 8 grams of protein, so again, that keeps you fuller longer.
There are alternative low-priced foods other than fast food that are healthier for your body. Examples of these are rice, beans, pasta, and low-fat options such as skim milk and fat-free yogurt. You can find most products in low-fat options or sugar-free options. As shown in this video, the nutritional choices families make can arise from their socioeconomic status. After seeing the types of food favored by people of lower socioeconomic status, teachers should be more aware of what their students are absorbing, both in the classroom and in the cafeteria. As a result of this knowledge, teachers should not jump to the conclusion that their student is uninterested in learning, but instead they may be distracted by a rumbling stomach or thinking of when their next meal will be. As a teacher, it is crucial to know where your students are coming from, their background, and what their needs are that should be addressed. It may be your student's only meal is the reduced lunch at school, or it could be that your student is loaded up on sugar and cannot concentrate on the task at hand. At any rate, teachers should not disregard their students who may not have the same opportunities for meals as others do. And as a teacher, you should not let this get in the way of their education and your presumption about them as a student.